Sonokinetic in the last few years has rapidly become a major player in the tough world of sample libraries. As with all their products, quality is paramount, and with endorsements by composers such as Mark Isham, John Debney, Brian Tyler and David Newman to name but a few, it's hard to disagree. Their latest venture into Middle Eastern percussion showcases this very fact. Rob and his team travelled all the way to Istanbul to work with world-class percussionist Turki Kolak. They recorded a variety of instruments with numerous performance styles. The library's main focus is on loop instrumentation, but it also includes a single hits instrument patch and over 100 unique sound effects. This enables any composer fully customizable control over the percussive capabilities within the library. Some incredible features included is the jump phrase option, an automatic end hits function, and their custom ITM or intelligent tempo mapping program, which syncs perfectly with both Kontakt 4's Time Machine 2 and Kontakt 5's Time Machine Pro. Now I'll be going into much greater detail about these features and more later in the video, but for right now, let's quickly run through the installation and basic tech details first. Sultan Drums comes with over 1.3 gigs of samples. The performance samples are 16-bit 44.1 kHz, and the multi-samples are 24-bit 44.1 kHz. It's compatible with Kontakt 4.2.4 and higher. This does not include the free Kontakt 5 player, only the full version. The library comes with a main performance loop patch, a secondary multi-sample single hits instrument patch, and an additional effects folder filled with over 100 unique percussive effects. All the patches come with 3-band EQ adjustment and a custom impulse response reverb setting, which is adjustable in size and wetness. There's also pitch, volume, and pan controls for all the instruments. Sultan Drums is a downloadable product, but you can also get it shipped on a custom Sonokinetic USB key stick. Once you've purchased Sultan Drums, you'll be directed to their secure download server. Here you're given two options: their custom payloader installation application, or the good old-fashioned manual download option. If you choose the manual download, you'll have two server options, Europe or the United States. If you choose the payloader installation option, you'll have to download the application and once loaded, enter your key code. There's a video tutorial available on this page as well, which helps detail the procedure. Okay, now that that's all been said, let's take a closer look at the main user interface and those standout features I mentioned earlier. At the top, we have a 5-octave keyboard where we can allocate any of the 10 performance patches located here in the middle. They are all completely interchangeable simply by clicking on the patches individually. When writing, I'm sure we've all encountered issues with our sessions being overloaded with the amount of instrumentation being used. Here we can clearly see that Sonokinetic thought about this issue, and by allowing up to 5 performance loops to be loaded at once, already we are cutting down on the number of instances patches are loaded in our sessions, which is, fantastic. Underneath the performance patches, we've got the individual instruments that are layered within each individual loop. And as you can see here, we've got full control over the volume, the pan, and tuning. Blending control doesn't actually stop here, as you'll notice we can actually pick and choose which instruments we want used within the loop. I simply click on the instruments I want muted or unmuted. Let's have a quick listen. Now, I'm sure you've noticed that the keys on the keyboard below changed color as I did that. The main keyboard, it's got 3 colors. Blue indicates the playable range of the loop patch that's active. The green section indicates the playable range of loops loaded, but not currently active. And the red section here is another key switch control for muting our individual instruments, like so. Getting back to the interface, we've got 2 sliders on either side, which is another great design feature used to unclutter the interface. They can be activated by simply clicking on them. The left opens our EQ panel, and here we've got our high, our mid, and low, which have already been set to specific frequencies. You can easily adjust this yourself by opening the Kontakt instrument editor And here you can see where you can change the frequencies in the Insert Effects panel. On the right, we have the Reverb panel. Here you can control both the size and the wetness. And if you so choose, you can actually customize or even replace the default impulse response in the Kontakt Insert Effects panel. Below here, you'll see we have 3 additional features: the End Hits option, the ITM or Intelligent Tempo Mapping control, and of course the Jump Phrase function. Let's take a closer look at how they enhance the performance and customizable capabilities of this library. The End Hits option is simple enough, but performance-wise really makes writing that much easier. Turned on, it adds a one-shot percussion hit when you release the key. The hits are always in time and are quantized to 16th notes. With the ITM or Intelligent Tempo Mapping button turned on, Sultan Drums will automatically assign the closest loop to the host tempo in your session. Different loops were recorded at 90 and 120 BPM and will automatically switch to half or double time based on how extreme your host tempo is set. Performance quality motivated this custom option, and with this feature, samples will never be stretched more than 20% in either direction, allowing artifacts to be kept to a minimum. Let's do a quick test. Moving along to the jump phrase feature, the majority of loops in Sultan Drums are 8 bars long. So when jump phrase isn't activated, every time you play a different loop, the samples are constantly re-triggered. Have a listen. Now when you turn the jump phrase function on, whichever section or bar of a loop you leave to activate another one, it will automatically play the new loop from where you left the old one. This is a big deal when it comes to the quality of phrasing and continuing the natural flow of the loop. Let's hear it in action. Okay, let's have a quick look at the Sultan Drums instruments interface. Design-wise, we have an almost identical setup. With the sliders, we still have the EQ panel on the left and the reverb panel on the right. And in the middle, we see 5 instrument slots where we can assign any combination of the 10 possible instruments. Again, you can see we have full customizable control over volume, pan, and tuning for each instrument. If we take a look at the keyboard layout below, each instrument is once again arranged in octaves and has a doubled section of hits. The first hit starts on C and repeats again on F sharp. The point behind this is to enable fast playing with 2 fingers. This makes live performance recording that much simpler to accomplish. Now that we've had a detailed look at the interface and features involved with this library, let's see it at work. I'm going to pass you over to fellow scorecaster and Sonokinetic beta tester, composer Marianne Fisher. She wrote an incredible demo featuring Sultan Drums. Here it is. I was lucky enough to get to speak with lead programmer Son Thompson of Sonokinetic a few days ago. He was extremely helpful and provided me with a detailed insight into the making of this product. After talking with him and actually getting to work through the product myself, I would say that the strength behind Sultan Drums as a library can be classified in 3 parts. Firstly, you've got improved workflow. This is via their interface design and the amount of time and effort that was put into its structure. Secondly, you've got true customization. This has to do with the vast amount of blending options that composers have complete control over, whether it's the volume, the panning, tuning, EQ, reverb, all the way down to the actual layering of individual loops. Lastly, you've got enhanced performance capture, and this can be attributed to the end hits, their custom intelligent tempo mapping program, as well as the jump phrase option. It's a combination of these extra features, along with the actual quality of performance in the recording of these loops, that really makes Sultan Drums as a library stand out. The price for Sultan Drums is €118.88. Now this is including VAT, so if you live outside of Europe, all you have to pay is €99.90. Once again, I hope you found this video informative and useful. My name is Anon Patterson, and I hope to see you again soon with another video from Scorecast Online. Take care.